There we go.
Yeah, my name is Ron Sweet, and I've been living in Boise for the last couple of years with Elaine, my fiance, and enjoying life and riding my bike. We were heading out towards Eagle, and they'd been chip sealing Hill Road, and all I can remember seeing is the sidewalk turning with a black pavement the other side of it, and I headed straight for it. And Richard behind me said, "Ron," as I hit a curb that was painted black that I did not see until the last second. So I flew through the air.
I first met Ron, it was August of 2024, and he had just got into a bicycle wreck. He's an avid cyclist, so quite fast on his bicycle, and he had a bicycle crash. I
didn't fall off my bike. I did a Superman off my bike, at 20 miles an hour, launched myself forward. And the bike, I think I know how to bunny hop, but it happened so fast at 20 miles an hour. I think I just managed to get the bike just enough that it launched me over, and the bike landed on top. He said it didn't do any damage to my bike, did all to my body. My body took the brunt of that blow.
And he had sustained a fracture of his left hip.
And luckily, considering the way I landed, it's amazing I didn't break anything else. But I was badly scuffed up. Just skidded along the pavement on the road, I guess.
So because he was in a fairly high-speed bicycle accident, he actually got a full workup by our trauma team and just to make sure he didn't have any other significant injuries, because at 88 years old and going that fast, it'd be very possible for him to have other significant injuries other than just his bony injury. In this case, thankfully, he didn't have any other major injuries other than his left hip fracture, which turned out to be an intertrochanteric femur fracture of his left femur.
He had to put a rod in my hip and another pin up into this area of the hip because it had come apart.
It actually is a titanium rod that goes all the way down the femur, but we can put it in through very small incisions with quite minimal blood loss. And the operation itself is fairly short, and it went very well for Mr. Sweet. If you can kind of compare, this is exactly what I want to see. Following surgery, we allow immediate weight bearing to the left leg, which patients are always very surprised by, but it's actually something we really encourage because we've found that the quicker we can get these patients out of bed after surgery, the better. This type of femur fracture is a very common type of fracture that we see a fair amount of, and it's called an intertrochanteric femur fracture. You can see we've kind of restored the neck shaft angle of your femur, and the bone is healed. Mainly, this is probably the most important thing, we've gotten you back to your regular active lifestyle.
Well, they did a fantastic job. I thank God for good doctors and good nurses and good physical therapists. So he did a great job.
It's really important that we try to get these surgeries done in a timely manner, typically within 24 hours of the patient coming to the hospital with this injury, because it's been shown that getting people mobile in a very quick manner after their injury is very beneficial.
I think I was recovering faster than most people my age. I think a lot of people my age, usually if you're in your 70s or your 80s and you break a hip, it's game over. And I never bought into that. I'm just really, really motivated.
Oh, he's doing tremendous. It's been August of last year was his injury, and so now we are coming up on about 10 months since his injury. My main goal as an orthopedic trauma surgeon is to get people to return to the level of activity and to the lifestyle that they previously had prior to their injury, or as close as we can get to it. So he's a real success story in that regard, and it's been a pleasure taking care of him.
Well, I did 48 miles last Saturday, and then Monday we did 35 miles. So a total of about 100 miles in less than a week. So I know I can do that. And afternoon naps are very important. Always have to have an afternoon nap.